Anthony, I did. And my presentation today is on the future of golf using Nigeria as a case study. The aim of the presentation, basically, I'll be taking a look at the historical background of golf, taking a look at the golf basics, and then a few golf facts and demographics. Thereafter, I'll be taking a look at the future of golf, which is actually the body of the presentation. Then that will delve into looking at Nigeria as a case study. I'll conclude and also entertain a few questions. Golf dates back to around the 15th century in Scotland. Then we had shepherds who had sticks which served as what we call clubs today in golf. And they used those sticks to hit stones into dug out holes, which were referred to as cups. Then there was a place called Lee that was served as the golf home before it eventually became St. Andrews, which is the home of golf today. In 1754, the St. Andrew Golf Society was set up in Scotland, and presently we have a place called the R&A, the Royal and Ancient, which is named after a golf course, equally in Scotland. The R&A as a body is the regulatory body of golf where the rules of golf are made, and this was established in 2004. To regulate the amateur arm of golf, we have the International Golf Federation, the IGF, and this has 118 nation members. One thing worthy of note is that for the first time in 100 years, golf is going to feature in the Olympic Games in 2016 in Brazil. Now, the basics of the game. Golf comprises of players trying to hit a ball into 18 holes. Each hole has a minimum required number of hits, which is known as strokes in golf, with which you're supposed to hit the ball into the hole. So if a hole requires 5 minimum strokes, if you do it in 5, it's called a par. Anything below that is below par, above that is above par. Now, below pars could be referred to as holding one, where you hit it just once and it goes straight into the hole onto the cup, which is the best, a birdie, an eagle, or an albatross. While over par could be a double bogey, a triple bogey, depending upon the number of times it goes over. The golfer with the least number of strokes at the end of the round wins the round. Taking a look at what we have here, golf pyramid of influence. Avid golfers account for 6.8% of golfers generally, and they account for 71% of spending. So with all of the hullabaloo about golf, those that actually do the spending are just a very little core. Now, you see, why this is important is that it attests to the fact that very few people influence so many. There's so many people who are involved in the game, but the main core is just 6.8%. Now, they play 76% of the rounds throughout the entire world. Marketers will find this information interesting because even though others are actually interested in the game, they are not really core golfers. And once you have a foot in the door, you could virtually sell and market other things to them just because they are involved in golf. The golf market itself is a market of the affluent, those people that have high disposable income, the elitists. The United States of America has the highest number of golfers and the highest number of golf courses in the world. The future of golf. Now, according to a report by HSBC, tagged 2020 Vision, we have 80 million golfers throughout the world playing on 40,000 golf courses. In terms of events, we have events worth $2 billion and golf tourism of $17 billion. Now, golf tourism refers to people who travel basically to play the game of golf. According to this report, the future of golf is to adapt urbanization. What they're saying is that it takes 4 hours to play just one round of golf. And how many people have 4 hours to spare? You can't say you're going to play a round of golf and end up spending 4 hours. A lot of people are actually discouraged because of this. So what they're saying is that they need to come up with variations of golf, whereby you can go and probably spend 30 minutes, 45 minutes, probably during lunch break, and play around and achieve something worthwhile. As a result of this, if you look at statistics, between 2005 and 2012, 299 golf courses closed down in America. Within the same period, there was a drop of golfers by 4.3 million. So more and more people are being discouraged, because of the time-consuming nature of the game. The report equally says that there's an increase in golf tourism, and this is what the future says. That means more and more people are traveling just to play the game of golf. And the report is equally saying that we should focus more interest on the women and on children, that these are the people that will take care of the future of golf. Now, this is where developing nations like Nigeria comes in. Like as we said, 299 golf courses closed down in the United States of America between 2005 and 2012. Now, those facilities are there. How easy will it be to convert those facilities to the variation courses or facilities that HSB is talking about? But if you go to a place like Nigeria, Nigeria has a population of 170 million people, 200,000 golfers, and 50 golf courses. But it has mass land, undeveloped. Now the kind of facilities that HSBC and others are talking about, because this is becoming a notable fact that so many courses are closing down, golf is too time consuming. They can go to these developing nations, build the kind of variation courses that we are talking about, 3-hole courses instead of 18-hole, 6-hole courses, where you can spend 30 minutes, where you can spend 45 minutes, where the women can go along with their husbands. You see, it's an issue. R&A still has a male-only policy. Augusta just changed theirs. Augusta is the United States of America recently. The women also want to be able to play side by side with men. If you go to Asia, Asia has opened up to the women, and we have like Celestine, who is a very good, she's the best female golfer, but they need to do more to attract women. So while golf courses are closing down in places like the United States and United Kingdom in the western part of the country, we could test run variation courses in places like Nigeria and other developed nations. Another advantage that Nigeria has is the weather. The climate is beautiful. It's hot throughout. It's not cold, like here where you've got to put on all kinds of clothes. And how many people want to go out and play in the cold weather? So for a country that can take advantage of the future of golf, if you take a look at the Financial Times, there was a pullout on Nigeria on the 28th of November, just a few days ago, where it was made known that Nigeria has grown at an annual rate of 7%. Equally, it was also noted that the policy of economic regulation and liberalization in the country is actually attracting investors. So by the time they take a look at these facts and they start coming up with, like I said, facilities and the courses that bring about the variations that will attract people, then they will be improving on the golf tourism industry, which will at the end of the day attract a lot of people into the country. So if indeed Nigeria gets it right, that's a golf course in Nigeria, then Nigeria will welcome golfers. So in conclusion, what are we saying? Yes, though golf is going down in the Western world, which is to an extent saturated, it's still growing in different rounds. Every day there are more and more golf tourists. According to HSBC, the variation of golf, scaling it down to an acceptable level to the layman, is what should be focused upon. The traditional golf of playing over 18 holes for 4 hours is gradually losing its grip. There's untapped potential markets in developing nations, or developed nations like, depending on how you put it, Asia and Africa, which they can take advantage of. There's an increase in golf tourism, and this increase could tilt the development of the game and facilities in places like Nigeria. And this is the time for them to start building these test run golf facilities to attract people from throughout the world. Well, as you can see there, that's Tiger Woods, who for over the years has been known as the face of golf. And just standing beside him happens to be my humble self when I was still reporting golf. That was back in South Africa. And when I did interview Tiger Woods then, he did say he would love to come to Nigeria. Who knows? This dream could come true, and probably you will equally be one of those that will get it. Thank you very much. Do we have any questions?
Give a round of applause, guys. Very good. Just one question, really. What started your passion for golf? Where did it come from?
As I said, I'm a journalist, by profession, and I used to report golf. When I was assigned to the sports desk, an elder colleague of mine who was the deputy editor of the sports desk, he just, identified my love for data and information, and he told me you'd make a good golf reporter. And golf reporting is actually one that a lot of sports journalists shy away from. So that was how I took it on. And before you know it, I had the opportunity of traveling around, and with time, I actually, became more and more, I improved in the game, and I've been able to go around covering golf.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Do you want to ask a question? Go for it.
Was golf just about, is it more about leisure for you or work related?
Well, both. That, to me, that's an advantage that those who are involved in golf have. Yes, it could be your job, and as a matter of fact, there's a lot of money to make in golf. Billions is spent. Like if you look at those figures, 17 billion in golf tourism. That is just an add-on. That's not golf, the real golf. $2 billion in terms of the events annually. So, but apart from that, it's leisure. You get to meet people. It's a sport. So it's a combination of both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.